Hey there everyone, Adam Giles here from Steps to Public Speaking, and I'd like to talk to you today about the number one fear entrepreneurs have when it comes to public speaking. Okay? Now some people would think that the number one fear is a fear of failure. That's very important, but that's not number one. Some people would believe that the fear of messing up, okay, which is kind of failure, that's not the number one fear. Some people would believe that it's the fear of so many people is the biggest fear of public speaking. That's not the case either. The number one fear for public speakers is judgment. Public speakers, entrepreneurs, anybody who does any form of public speaking, their number one fear is judgment. Being judged by another person freaks us out as people, as human beings. Freaks us out. Okay, having someone else give their opinion freaks us out. And I'll give you an example. If you are walking down the sidewalk and you have your headphones in and you're like, yeah, and you're singing to yourself and you're having a good time, and you open your eyes and you see a couple people walking past you, complete strangers, never seen them before in your life, they look at you like this. What is that guy doing? Okay, immediately you go, yeah. And you just keep walking. You shut down completely. The fear of another person judging you goes, woof, woof, and you're shut down completely. Fear of judgment is the number one thing that happens to entrepreneurs, and not just entrepreneurs, okay? However, even though in that situation with the Walkman, you're walking down the road and you go, okay? They do the same thing. I will bet you money that when they're in their car, they're going, yeah. Everybody sings in their car. Okay, I have not met a single person that doesn't sing in their car. If you do not sing in your car, I'm sorry to lump you in with everybody else, but most people, myself included, I sing like crazy when I'm in the car. And every once in a while, if somebody looks out and looks over, I'll look over and people are like, what is he doing when I'm rocking out in my car and I'm having a good time? And they're like, what's he doing? Me personally, I don't care. Some people that I drive with are like, stop it. Stop it. Okay? Fear of judgment. Now, first and foremost, when it comes to public speaking, you have to understand one simple fact that is human nature when it comes to public speaking or anything else. That simple fact is humans judge. It's in our nature. Any time a person has ever got on stage in front of other people, someone in the audience, or some people, or sometimes all of the audience, judge them immediately. They judge them on what they look like. They judge them on the criteria that is given to them from the presenter. That's why it's always good to have someone present you and kind of pump you up a little bit. That way you get credibility. Okay? They judge you on your speaking patterns. They judge you on your accent. They judge you on your nationality. They will judge you on the clothes that you wear. They will judge you on what your hair looks like that day. They will judge you on whether you have 1, 2, or 5 earrings in your ears. That's why companies establish dress codes, so that way everybody looks uniform, that way there's no judgment in between them. Human nature is to judge that which is different. If it is not the same as you, you judge it accordingly. That is an absolutely terrifying fact to a significant number of public speakers. That is a significantly terrifying fact to a lot of people in the world. They judge you. They're judging you. It's freaky. Now, there is a glimmer of hope, however, now that I've bashed your dreams in, but there is a glimmer of hope. Though people automatically judge, there is a natural reaction to people that while they're judging you, they are listening. And while you're teaching them something, and if you are able to convey points to them that spark something inside of them, they stop judging you as a person and start judging themselves against what you are talking about. For example, when I was talking about the Walkman, and people walking and singing to themselves, they're singing in the car. Did you reflect back on your own life and think, oh yeah, I do that. Oh yeah, I talk in the car. Oh my God, I remember when that guy walked by me on the Walkman. I was terrified. It happens. Okay? It's a natural human reaction, and it's very, very uplifting to a public speaker. When I walk out on the stage, I know very first thing people are going to look at, for me personally, is they're going to look at how I stand. They're going to look at what I'm wearing, okay? Then they're going to listen to my voice and they're going to judge what they think of my voice. Then after that, they're going to start looking at me more closely. They're going to look at my facial hair. They're going to look at my body hair, my head. They're going to look at my physical size. They're going to look at my educational background, how I talk. They're judging me. That's just the way it is. I've accepted that fact. But I also accept the fact that once I bring them in, once I talk to people, once I got them listening to what I am saying, they're not judging me anymore. They're judging themselves. I have a fluff on me too. See, judging. No, but they're judging themselves against what I am trying to teach them, what I am telling them. So as long as you understand those simple facts, public speaking's number one fear immediately gets debunked. And why does it get debunked? Because we now know how to overcome fear. In my very first vlog, I talked about how to overcome fear. And the first step is recognize that you are afraid. Okay, I'm afraid. Why am I afraid? Because they're judging me. Why are you afraid? Okay, so logically, why am I afraid of them judging me? Well, I'm afraid of them judging me because they might think me stupid. They might think that I don't know what I'm talking about. They might think that I'm not an expert. They might think. Okay, so how do I get them not to think? Overcome your fear. Well, if I tell them, kick in knowledge, if I crush it with what I'm trying to teach them, if I tell them knowledge that they are going to just sink into their brains, they obviously don't think I'm an idiot anymore. They think I'm an expert. Actually, they don't even think I'm an expert. They know I'm an expert. I know what I'm talking about because I've shown it to them. And they're reflecting it inside themselves. They're judging themselves against what I'm talking about and how it affects them. Quite in essence, in a presentation, in a good presentation, if you see the audience and they're like, yeah, they're into it. They're loving it. And you're going to have people in your audience that are going to love it. Whether you think you are or not, they're going to love it. And you're going to have a group of people that are just like, okay, yeah, he makes good points. I can sit here and listen to him. And then you're going to have other people who are completely shut off anyway, regardless. Okay, and they're going to be like, nah, he sucks. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I got more experience than him. Yeah, no, I already know all this. No, taught me that last year. Okay, they exist. It's just, that's the way they are. Those two Muppets from the Muppet Show that sit, Sattler and Waldorf, that sit up on the side and heckle, they exist, okay? But that's not your target. And that's not what you have to worry about, because you know they're judging you. Okay? They're judging you. Face the fear, 3 things. They are judging me, yes, I've recognized it. Why are they judging me? Well, because they think I'm not good enough or because they're comparing me to someone else. Okay, that's fine. How are you going to overcome it? I'm going to crush it. I'm going to give them such awesome knowledge that they're going to reflect it on themselves. And that is a simple way to beat the number one fear of entrepreneurs. The number one fear of entrepreneurs wanting to speak, rather. Sorry. There's other fears for entrepreneurs, and we can get into that another time. But yeah, to public speak on stage, just recognize that fact, and you'll already have a leg up. You'll already be ready to go. Anyway, thank you so much. That's all the time I have for this week. Again, my name is Adam from Steps to Public Speaking, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for coming to the blogs. Bye-bye.